Hello again, everyone. Sokka here, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Zoo. And it's rainy, it's dreary, it's nighttime. Sort of fits the feeling of what's going on in the world, but I hope you are maintaining safety and having a good day regardless. And one thing I want to discuss, just to get off my chest before we get into today's episode, is porch pirates. That's right, the people who look out for packages delivered on people's doorsteps and just decide that that's what they want. And unfortunately, I think I was a victim of a porch pirate here recently. I ordered the new Explorer's Guide to Wildmount Dungeons and Dragons campaign, and FedEx said it was delivered, but lo and behold, nothing was on my doorstep. So I'm just venting a little bit. We'll see if it shows up later, give them the benefit of the doubt, but I think those dang porch pirates have run off with what I was going to make content on this weekend. But no worries, we have a Planet Zoo here for content to make, and things are going well swimmingly as they do. People are using our monorail system continuously. We'll monitor that to see if people still think it is a great value. We need to improve our education to get those 5 stars. We will get there eventually, I have no doubt. So today, what I would like to do is continue to put in animals in this exhibit that share common enrichment by having animals together, and also put down an exhibit over here. See how much land area this will afford us to get, so that the folks here on the monorail can, look down and see some other animals as well. I'm thinking maybe elephant or something pretty big. Maybe we could do animals that require a larger area. Maybe even like a polar bear? Not sure. Let's take a look at our power situation, make sure that our power grid does reach over here if we wanted to put down some cooling, but we would need a secondary generator back here just to make sure that we could cover our enclosure as needed. We have visitors. A.L. Kingy has returned. We have Sigil and Morelia 628. Hello. Hello, hello. Free conservation credits for us and more visitors for our zoo. So let's take a look at the animals in this exhibit, see which ones are available for us here. We're sort of locked down by what is in the animal trading center as far as what animals we can purchase and what would be best for us. Now, the black wildebeest requires a bunch to be happy, at least 7 wildebeest in a group. So that's not going to be conducive for us here. Maybe the ostriches. And the ostriches, although they are shy, well, I figured they were shy. They definitely wanted to hide a crap ton before. But we do have these hard shelters over here, and it would be very easy for the ostriches to hide and de-stress, I think. So maybe the ostriches are going to be the animal of choice today before we put that new exhibit in. Under the monorail, their group size is how big? 1 to 8. 1 male and 7 female. So we could do 1 and 1. It's easy to get 2 ostriches, I would imagine. They don't require water or climbing, just land space. And we have plenty of space, that is for sure. About as much space as the universe has over here. Hey, we got a trainer achievement, which is fully train a member of the staff. So we do have a 5-star employee rolling about, employee of the month, hashtag, all that good stuff. So let's look for our common ostrich. We don't need the tape here anymore. Let's pop in for the common ostrich and see if we can find a male and a female to put in our enclosure. Salim the albino has really good stats from Teddy Zoo. We'll go ahead and move that male on in here. And then we will find a female for us here. See if we can get a good one as far as... Okay, genetics are not bad, and only $257. We have 448,000. So we can afford definitely that female there. And that will do it for our ostriches. And that will improve the interspecies enrichment 20 per species. It does look like, so another 20 for us when those ostriches get put in place. And we have warthogs fighting for alpha status. So one thing that we need to look at is our warthog, that's our habitat. We need to find the warthogs who are fighting amongst each other. I guess the easiest way to do that would be to go to our animals here, look at our warthogs here, and see where our males are. Now we've got 3 males up in here, and I think, okay, so our albino is playing nice. We have another male over here who is on his lonesome, and we have Kiri over here. Okay, so let's take a look. Is Kiri the alpha? Kiri is not the alpha. We'll go ahead and release Kiri to the wild. Not good conservation status, but good everywhere else, and that will curb the warthog fighting. Unless there can only be 1 male, and if that is the case, then we'll be fine getting rid of Habib as well. All right, Habib. Let's select Habib over here, sulking in the corner, as long as Habib is not the alpha, and no, indeed, he is not. We'll go ahead and release for another 30 conservation credits, and that will fix the warthog situation as our albino male, Bundi, walks around. 766 appeal, that should be fine. And has our ostrich made it to the enclosure yet? They must be running. Yeah, here we go. So we have Salim, first and foremost, being carried by our caretaker here. And let's just make sure that Salim is happy right from the get-go as soon as he gets put in the enclosure. Yeah. So there is Salim, big bird. Yeah, everything is awesome. Good enrichment, good nutrition, good social status. We have just the right amount of plants, maybe a bit too much for the ostrich, but we're fine. Plenty of hard shelter as well. And, I mean, everything is clever. So, yeah, it's almost like the common ostrich was a freebie. So, yeah, now we should be getting a lot of good interspecies enrichment here. 20 per species bonus, so that is a lot of good enrichment. Welcome to the enclosure there, common ostrich. And you all are the first to see the common ostrich in their habitat on the monorail, which is pretty cool stuff. Line is being managed well. We're not sticking out into the walk path, so that is all well and good. And it looks like we have nearly full trolleys. This guy got on by himself, but I imagine that was a lull in the loading process. I'm not lining up for pip shot water. Okay. Monorail 1 is cheap as chips. Well, guess what, Scrooge McDuck? We are going a little bit higher on the cash flow. How about a $15 price tag? And that's going to come into play a little bit better when we put our new exhibit over here. Now, we have to get a staff path back here so that they can give them food and care. But as far as like a pedestrian path, we don't need to, because the one way that we'll be able to allow people to see them is this monorail. So one thing that we're going to do is go ahead and put down that exhibit and take a look at the land area. And if it's big enough, we can get, we can find animals that need a high barrier quality and a lot of space, and that would be ideal for this section here. So I will go ahead and look through our Zoopedia to find a good animal to place in an exhibit over here, and then go ahead and make an enclosure and be right back. All right, mechanic research is done. We now have access to chain steel posts. No, concrete. Awesome. Then we'll be getting to electric and then the one-way glass. So NOLA will continue to work on that, and we have our next animal on the way. It's almost like I planned it this way. And we picked an animal that could live on its own because I didn't have the conservation credits to get all of the elephants, but the Formosan black bear can indeed live on her own. So that is one thing that we can do. Let's see, possibly due to the work zone setup, we will have to change up the work zones as well and add this particular exhibit to the work zone. And we can do that once we have the black bear in place. So the black bear's habitat here, we do need hard shelter and we need some climbing. Luckily, we haven't had to do much as far as the climbing is concerned. So we'll take a look at our habitat and look at some, let's see, some climbing here. Do we have anything for them to climb? Not in here. Would that be in the blueprints? No, not in the blueprints. Construction. Surely we would have some climbing around here. Oh, in the habitat, I imagine. Now we might then have to maybe build our own climbable stuff, because we have climbable log, climbable ramps. Yeah, let me just see if I can organize a bit of a climbing platform for the bear and be right back. All right, we've got a makeshift climbable thing here. It's 65 meters squared of climbable space. Once we get a second bear in here, we can expand. But one thing that's going to be cool is that the monorail will drive right by, and if the bear is deciding to climb, then that is all well and good. We have way too much long grass, though. We're going to need to shorten that up a whole metric crap ton. So we will just bring all of this long grass right down. It looks like the bear wants nice flat land for us here, and we can definitely accommodate things such as these. All right, so we have just the right amount of short grass. We need to still get rid of the long grass and put in some soil. So let's go soil heavy around this backside and get all of that long grass gone and add a little bit more soil here. All right, so we need to get rid of more long grass as opposed to the soil. We can put that right down. All right, so that looks much, much better, and the bear has hard shelter from this climbing area here. So that is all well and good. Now we need some plants here. Plants from the Asian tropical temperate biome. So let's get on that. Asian tropical temperate. Tropical temperate from Asia, please. Continent. There we go. All right, so let's get in some trees here. A cherry blossom tree. That'd be kind of cool. Let's see, a cypress? Something like that. Ooh, the elm. That looks pretty good. Yeah, that adds a little bit more coverage for us. Let's put another elm tree over here. All right, we're getting that coverage up. Something like so. All right, what else we got? Holly trees. Okay, that helped a little bit. And this bear is kind of like a forest bear, it seems, so anything we can do to add. Ooh, a kapok tree. Now that would look nice. Yeah, that's a lot of good coverage there. And you can definitely tell that we're starting to make like a forest around here. And that would be kind of cool to for the monorail to go under. Ooh, Japanese maple. We'll make it happen. Just sort of interlace them in there. What else big tree do we got? Ooh, Trismerind. That's fine. And a sycamore. All right, so that should be enough coverage and plants for the bear. Next is enrichment. Now, I don't know if we actually know any enrichment items for our bear. We're just going to have to take a look-see. This is the, which bear? The Formosian black bear. All right, so just the climbable stuff. So we need to get our veterinarian in here to research more about the black bear. And we need to assign this to a work area. So I will go ahead and assign work area here to include this enclosure and be right back. All right, the black bear has been assigned to work zone 3. which now has 5 habitats, 14 buildings, and a staff room. Hopefully they will be able to accommodate. So now let's go ahead and add some food and water for the Formosian black bear. Make sure that we can get the bear nice and fed. And let's go with a large food tray as well. All right, sweet. So that is water and shelter requirements. The bear is already propped up on the climbing area. And as far as enrichment goes, we do have a vet ready to research the Formosian black bear. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. And it's starting to rain, and we're starting to get that sheen on the coat. Luckily, she can live by herself, and we'll keep an eye out once we get more conservation credits to see if we can get a mate in here and some new Formosian black bears. That would be ideal indeed. I tell you, the Nyala, that is nuts. Let's see if people are talking about the Formosian black bear a bit. I've been robbed. When did that happen? Uh-oh, security, security. We need to get that. Okay, the view of the reticulated giraffe is okay. The view of the common ostrich is okay. Your mouth is super dry, but you got like drink shops around. But that would not be a bad idea. Maybe to put another drink shop around back here. And then we'll just like extend the path on through whenever. So if people are queuing up for the ride, they've got the ATM here, and then they may be able to grab some extra stuff. So we'll get a drink stall. Let's see, the Pip Shop water, the soda. Let's give a few options over here. Okay, let's get the Gulpy soda, the Gulpy slush, and the Gulpy water. All right, 3 new Gulpy areas here. We have our Gulpy Pip Shot water, we have our Gulpy soda, and our Gulpy slush. And I also added a toilet block over here so people didn't have to go forever. And of course, it's without water, or without power, just a skosh. So what we can do is move it, say, over here, I imagine. So that would be not bad. We're sort of in the dead zone here. Let's see, select group, and then we'll go ahead and move this guy a little skosh. Oh, and I turned on angle snapping so I could get those signs, but there we go. So this toilet block should be within water, or within power, and then we can assign the work areas. And we also need some recycling cans as well, just in case. So we'll duplicate, put a recycle can there, and there, and there, just in case that you all need it. And then I'll go ahead and make sure that this toilet block is within the work zone. All right, work zone set up for our mechanics to come service. So 5 habitats, 20 buildings, and 1 staff room for work zone 3. It looks like we can extend work zone 2 a bit. Maybe make a walk path around here or something of that nature. We do have these buildings tucked away behind the exhibit here of the wolves. So we may have to do some finagling as far as that is concerned. But hopefully our bear is doing okay, and hopefully our veterinarian can see what kind of enrichment items our black bear needs. Still needs some food here. I'm sure the keepers are pretty busy. And our Antillean iguana is hungry. So hopefully we have a zookeeper en route to feed our iguanas. They were within a work zone. It's just work zone 3 is pretty overwhelmed. If anything, we can add some more staff to work zone 3. Let's just make sure. Yeah, we've got high workloads in work zone 3 as well. So let's add 2 more caretakers to work zone 3. We'll go you and you. So Mitchell, you are now in work zone 3. And there we go. Eduardo, you are now in work zone 3. As far as the keepers go, looks like they're pretty overwhelmed everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we will alternate our keepers around. So you'll be work zone 1, you'll be at work zone 2, you'll be at work zone 3, and you'll be at work zone 3 as well. And no work zone, you'll probably work zone 3 as well. All right, that is all well and good. Mechanics in work zone 2 and 3 are a little stressed. So let's add 2 more mechanics and do 1 apiece for work zone 2 and 3. Hopefully, your work zone 2, hopefully they can pick up the slack a bit. Security is got low workload in each area, that's fine. Then our vendors are really on the struggle bus. It's like we need a ton more. And then our vets have high workload as well. Let's add 2 brand new veterinarians. And if a few aren't doing anything, then we can improve the research speed that we got here. Work zone 1 and then work zone 3, if you please, because it looks like work zone 2 is doing okay. And then as far as the vendors are concerned, oh, you have no work zone? Then you're in work zone 3. No work zone, you are in work zone 3. No work zone, you are within 2. Yeah, we got a bunch who aren't in a work zone. Maybe they'll be floaters. Let's add 5 more vendors as well. And then if it gets to the point where we can start training some more of them to be functional, that should be okay. So everyone is going to run to their appropriate facility, and already this mechanic is on it, repairing our wind turbine. So show up day 1. Good job, Socorro Nop. And everything is fixed. Nice. So that is feeling pretty good. So, what we have here is a good monorail. I barely queued it all. Monorail would look better with more scenery around and not impressed by the sable antelope. So let's get some stuff around Monorail 1. We have some space here. Let's go nature. Let's go with our North American continent, as that's where we are. And let's go with the biome. Oh, we've got inbreeding about to happen. Not going to happen on my watch. Let's go with the temperate and get in some trees here. Say like a few elm trees maybe, some nettle. No, not really. Ooh, sugar maple. How about that? Nice maple tree to go under. Ooh, and a birch. That wouldn't be bad. So some nice scenery around with the trees and the whatnot. And let's get this Nyala fixed. No, you don't. You're looking all nice and cozy, but guess what? Let's take a look at the, 3 on the social. Let's get down to 1 male and 1 female. As a matter of fact, can they survive on their own? They can indeed. So let's do the big ol' purge. Let's see what our best animal is. So we've got 2 females and a male. Let us... So Bika is down here. We can't release her to the wild. Zakomo we can. So we'll go ahead and release Zakomo to the wild. And can we release Ifama to the wild? Yes, we can. So let's go ahead and release her to the wild and find a brand new male Nyala in the Animal Trading Center. Figure, why not? If they're about to inbreed, that tells me go ahead and just start from scratch. All right, so we'll filter by Nyala, find a solid male. One thing that we don't have to worry about is conservation credits, I don't imagine. Let's sort by male, if we please. All right, 250 or 316 bucks. 21 conservation credits isn't bad for 1100 appeal. We'll adopt from Maxis Tropenzufra. All right. So that will be a mail delivered. That was fixed. We have our aardvarks okay. We have Rose Red Honey. Hello, Rose Red Honey and Natalia Rogowska, 777. Welcome all to the zoo. So more conservation credits for us. Yeah, Nyala has been traded out of the zoo. That is outstanding. How is the appeal of our monorail now? Doesn't say. So maybe it's okay. We'll take a look-see and see what people are thinking. Mighty happy reticulated giraffes, but they didn't say what we didn't put effort into. They didn't put much effort into this spot. They may be thinking about this this queue over here. I mean, hey, people are lining up paying like crazy, that is for sure. Mechanic is doing some wandering, that is outstanding. View of the removed species. So you were looking at the nice weather is for ducks, but terrible for the rest of us. Monorail is a really good value. Wow. So we are doing really well then. I don't know if we can boost it up to $25 for the value. 15, let's go 20. $20 a ticket. Now, how is our overall finances going? Yeah, we're getting a lot of yearly profit and chewing into that negative lifetime profit. So here in a little bit, that will be coming much better for us, for sure. All right, Pipshot Water has good appeal, 94% appeal, 82% appeal, serving a lot of people. Are people using the restroom? Yeah, 9 people are using that, 71 people are using that. So good on us for putting down a toilet, helping people stay in the zoo faster. Caretakers are hard at work, as per usual. How about the pizza pen? 97% appeal. Yeah, I'm thinking this area is coming up nicely. Where are we on our vet research for our Formosan black bear? It's not, usually there's a line, but it's like not showing. Tell you what, let's get Noelle on that Formosan black bear. Angelique, you can go ahead and do what you're going to do. We said hello to everyone, and ostriches are about to mate, meaning our enclosure is tightening up as far as that goes. Let's make sure everyone has, oh yeah, everyone has plenty of space. No one feels crowded. Everything feels awesome. Yeah, everything is awesome indeed except our stress aardvarks. Yeah, once we get the one-way glass that we can put along this fence line, that will solve a lot of issues with our aardvark. But I think things are looking well for us indeed. Saltwater croc about to mate. And for crying out loud, we have plenty of saltwater crocodiles. The space is definitely closing in with all of the kids and whatnot. When the children grow up, these crocs are going to have to go. Just for the sheer amount of space that they're taking up. And no food enrichment, so it looks like we might need to study more about the saltwater croc. But I mean, everything is looking okay. $1,600 in donations there, $478,000 overall. Let's get some more light in here. Where is our power? So we have plenty of power all the way around. Let's get in some more security cameras and more lighting around here if we can. Hello, light. Go ahead and duplicate if you please. Boop. Boop. Rotate this around. Boop. Here at the entrance as well. And the exit. Now, why was that animal? Oh, and that is in the area of no power. I tell you, we must have got lucky with that Pipshot water. being like right on the edge. Let's just rotate this on around. Now we got power. All right, everything should be fine there. Let's get another security camera in here for our security's sake. Right there, and then definitely over the line, just in case someone wants to feel froggy and punch someone in the line. We should be okay. Then we'll put that right there on the corner as well. All right, security, we're getting a nice coverage here of security measures right along the path and right through the middle there. So yeah, feeling pretty good with this particular setup. And we're at a 4.5-star rating. The Siberian Tiger is still the most appealing. A little better on the animal rating. We need guest education and guest happiness. 79% overall. One thing that we can do is there's an achievement to pay back $50,000 in loans. So let's take a $50,000 loan and then pay off a $50,000 loan. Did we get the achievement? No, we didn't. You know what? We might. There we go. There's the loaner. So pay back $50,000 in loans. It was just a quick buy it, sell it, basically pay $13 for an achievement, and we'll make that back in a matter of time. Baird's Tapir on Offspring. I mean, things are going well so far. In the next episode, what we'll do is look for more species to put in this communal African savanna. We'll look for another Formosan black bear to place in here as well. And then we need to start thinking about where are we going from here. Do we want to shoot a path through the middle and then make another area over here? I think that'd be really cool. We could add that to Work Zone 2 so that the food and whatnot will be coming from this area. So we might be expanding this away, ladies and gentlemen, into the wild blue yonder with even more creatures. And once again, it's going to come down to probably our conservation credits. Releasing animals, greeting avatars, logging in, and completing community challenges. Right now, they're crowning the king, the West African lion. They haven't got any new community challenges up just yet. Release a Chinese pangolin to the wild. I think we can do that quick, fast, and in a hurry. Especially if we're sort of overwhelmed with our animals here. We've got 2 females. Okay, so if we release one and bring in a Chinese pangolin, that would be nice. So there's Mei Ying. Was Mei Ying our lower of the 2? So she is a 1181. And then we have 1340. So let's release Mei Ying into the wild. 9 conservation credits. That will give us our bonus, $500. And then we can work on bringing in a new male Chinese pangolin just to end the episode with. So let's clear all filters here. Chinese pangolin. All right, a male if we please. 21 conservation credits. Oh, there we go. 20 conservation credits. Let's see, you're 1,125 appeal. Can we adopt from Colossus? We can indeed. In you go into Habitat 4. All right, so we completed a challenge real quick. Tickets are underpriced. Well, here's a $30 adult and a $25 child ticket. And hopefully that will mean even more profits for us right from the get-go. $24,800 in ticket sales last year. No missed sales. 1,000 visitors. So that is pretty good. I like it. Oh, Arctic wolf about to inbreed. We're not going to have that. No, no, no. All right. How many wolves do we have in this enclosure, and can we fix it? Because if we only have 1, yeah, we only have 2. The highest appeal, 1787 and a 1532. Well, my dear, guess what? You are released. All right, let's get another Arctic Wolf in here, if we please. Arctic Wolf. And we're going to need a female, I believe. All right, so no Arctic Wolf females. Are you serious right now? Maybe that would have been something to pay attention to. Because we need another adult, otherwise Coupon is going to start throwing a fit. Okay, so let us refresh the list just to make sure. I'll do that off camera here, and we'll call it an episode, but that will do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Let us take a look at our black bear, just for, just chilling in the sun. But that will do it for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next Planet Zoo video. Take care.